Hey guys, this is Nathan Booth, and this is my final video for IAD. So this is week 4. So this week what we had to work on was implementing achievements into our game. Last week we worked on leaderboards, and the week before that we worked on immersive elements. So for both my leaderboards and my achievements, I used Google Play services as those made the most sense excuse me, for what trying to do. So I will open it up real quick. The reason why it made most sense for me, by the way, is that Play Games actually works on Android and iOS, so it is a cross-platform service, and it's relatively simple to implement once you have everything set up. So game is starting up. You can see it up here. So we start off by signing in, of course. That'll bring me to this menu, and I've got 3 accounts I could choose from. I'm going to choose from my main one. I actually have most of the achievements cleared out of this. So you can see on leaderboards, I think this is the only one on here. My only account that actually has anything. Oh, it actually cleared my leaderboard, so that is great. Achievements, I'll show you. I have some progress on the incrementing achievement, as you can see. Basically, what this one set up is you have um, multiple waves where you go through without losing a life. And I think I have it set to where you have to do like 4 or 5 of them right now. No leaks, self-explanatory. You go through one wave, no lives lost. Triumphant round, you just defeat a wave successfully. Doesn't matter if you lose lives or not. Something died just means you've killed something, so this is kind of like your first achievement type thing. And then Dead Man Walking is if you lose 10 lives. So, oh, that's a typo. But, so those are the achievements I have in here, and I'll play it long enough for you to see it get probably like 1 or 2 of them. It's going to take a while for you to be able to get all of them, so I'm not going to demonstrate all of them. So if I start the game, it's going to start playing. Every week I've had more of a simulator than a full-blown game, and that's because there's a lot of logic that goes into a tower defense game, and haven't quite figured out how to build stuff. So you see killed an enemy, so something died, and I'll just keep kind of letting it play while I talk over everything else. So just keep an eye up here, and you'll see things die, you'll see achievements go up. It should work well. So this month, I learned a lot about integrating services to allow for multiplayer, and I know that's kind of what we were focused on, but the actual implementation behind it is what I learned a lot of, and probably say that's been some of the most valuable of the experience. Sorry about that, my screen turned off. I'll try to keep that from happening. But just the fact that now I know how to go into the console for Play Game Services and get it set up correctly for a game. I know what the requirements are. I know the code to work with achievements, both incrementing, non-incrementing. Know how to implement leaderboards correctly, and so there's another achievement. But that's a big thing, because right now you can't really make a game without knowing how to do multiplayer. It's just not going to sell well. People don't necessarily pay money for single-player games all the time, it seems. They want some sort of multiplayer ability, whether that's just being able to compare or actually playing with somebody else. It differs per person, but in my experience, they prefer to have the leaderboards there. So, what did I find most challenging? Um, my hardest week was probably last week. That's just because I hadn't set up stuff like that before. This week was pretty simple because I already had the game services hooked up correctly. But last week it was all brand new, and so just figuring out what I needed to do in order to get that set up was probably one of the more difficult parts. It's really easy once you know how to do it, but it's something where until then it's kind of difficult. So, what would I have done differently if I could? And this goes for mobile game design too. Um, I really would have liked to actually make this a working game. I'm going to keep working on it, obviously, as we go forward. But I really would have liked to actually get this to be something playable during these periods of 2 months instead of just watchable. That said, I did learn a lot about what logic is required for a TD, and seeing that I love tower defense games, that's kind of awesome getting that insight. And a few things that could use more clarification. I don't know if it's specifically said, but it might want to be mentioned that for a lot of your multiplayer stuff, you have to pay money to set up the play services. I think it's $25. Um, so at least now I'm a registered developer, and I can do everything with Android Developer Console. So that's great, money well spent. But I think it would be good to kind of have something saying that, and then have something pointing to some more of your third-party services that do the same things for you to use that are free. I think that'd probably be good. Um, Anything else that could be clarified? I think it would be good to explain why, for the leaderboards week, where local leaderboards come in handy. I think that'd be a good thing to describe because, I didn't get it figured out on how to get that working with what I was doing, but from what I could tell, it would be a lot better to go with a service like Game Services on iOS, or Google Play Game Services on Android, Game Center on iOS, my bad. But just because those are integrated into the actual system, into the actual developer tools, they're going to be across all of the devices on many games. So I would just think it would make sense, kind of like, and I'll show you because I need to show you sharing. But sharing is built into Google Play Game Services. It's able to automatically share leaderboard scores to Google Plus without any problems. It's not an extra code, it's just built in. Game Center is very similar. You're also able to find other players very easily through them. It just kind of gives you a really nice, robust system instead of you having to program the entire system into your app. So I just don't know if I really see where you'd want to do local. At the same time, I'm sure there are good reasons for it, and so I would like to know what those reasons are. So that's pretty much it. I'll show you my social network posting real quick. So I'll simulate a win. That will post my scores to the leaderboards. And when I go to the leaderboards, I can go to total score. You'll see my score in here, right there. And if I click on that, see there's the share button right here. Click on that, and it automatically takes me in to share via Google+. So like I said, it really simplifies things going that route. So I don't know if there's areas where you'd want to go something different. Anyways, it was a great 2 months working on mobile games and more advanced topics of different platforms. And I personally really enjoyed it, and I hope the rest of the class enjoyed it as well. We have, I think, 2 months now until we're doing programming classes again. So be sure to take care, keep your chops up, learn as much as you can. And as always, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you have a great day. I'm Nathan. Bye.